A very warm welcome back to Popes and Pylos. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as, to say Jamaica on here, but we of course the Knights, the Knickets, formerly of Rhodos, going for our achievement, Knights of the Caribbean, at least that one, in which we have to control, well, of the Caribbean, which we do, as we should, and we have to also take all the Mediterranean islands, which we don't really have. I mean, we have two. It's not zero. Sure, we start with one, we got one essentially for free, but we still have two of those, and you know, it's just more of the same from here, right? Just have to take Cyprus, sure. I mean, what's an AQ? Okay. What's an Ottoman, really? Or a Spaniard? Oof. Anyway, we're gonna try not to tussle with the Spaniards this age, because this is the age of the Spaniards, and nobody wants that. We're probably not going to look into any more missions just now, because, yeah, these are mostly expand in, well, Asia, Africa, and or Europe missions, I believe. We do have a base in Africa over here. Yeah, it's all the same shenanigan. We can never know the Fountain, well, never say never, but we almost certainly can't do the Fountain of Youth. It's also not like a huge deal. I would just like to have it. Well. Why can't we do it? Because we're not a new world nation. Well, not an old world nation. Therefore, we can't explore for the 7 cities of gold. Therefore, we can never find the fountain. Technically, if some other European nation were to find it and spawn the modifier on the place, and we then took the place, I think that would work. But I've never actually done that or tried that. There might be some thing about only the people who found it can have it or something. I don't know that that's a thing. It's probably not a thing, but it might be. What else are we doing? We're somewhat peacefully expanding right now. I mean, look at us not even coring any land we took off everybody. We may have grabbed ourselves a nice little base in Central America, which should mean, well, at least once we get a core here, I assume it means that we can reach the trade node in Mexico, on the Mexico trade node, which would allow us to steer over to our home base, which is certainly more useful than the tiny bit of steering we're doing over here in Rio Grande. We may also have to reconsider the placement of our boats once again at some point, but I'm not super into that right now. Almost done with some of these colonies. Good. Why am I not coring? Right, because we can't. Lack of coring range or overextension is probably relatively high. It's 50%. It's not great. And we do have some arrests going around. There comes one of the colonies. So let's wait a day and then keep... I think we just keep going down the coast here. For now. And these Portuguese are actually going inland. Excellent. That means they're going to form a colonial nation for us to take. And once we have a colonial nation, their colonial nation there, they won't be able to really colonize any more of the inland because they won't have colonial range on it anymore. Because, well, they won't have colonies there. We would love for the Spaniards to do the same over here. If I remember correctly, that is a different colonial... Why did I keep thinking that? It's the same colonial region. It's all colonial Colombia, all this. So we should see a Spanish colonial nation form soon here. And then once we're satisfied that the Spaniards won't expand anymore, we'll go grab it all. Was it the Brits that were in 2 different regions? Somebody was. Maybe I'm just a dumb fool. It happens. It happens. Chimo's kind of huge, to be quite honest. No. Our military access to Campeche. The Tunisians raid our coast. I believe we're still on a decent timer to raiding the Ottomans. Am I right? 63. Yeah, we just did the Mamluks. It's also 63. Maybe not? What did we just do? Didn't we just do a raiding round? I mean, it's been a few days since... Well, not a ton of days. Maybe we raided... Huh. No. We didn't raid over here. Maybe I accidentally did some Ottoman raiding and then I didn't complete it or something. Okay, let's give it a round. Maybe somebody else did the raiding. Seems unlikely. Let's take the cash money. We were saying that we're not going to raid the Gulf of Varna because we were looking to get into cahoots with the Commonwealth over here. I think it might still be worth not doing that raid and keeping our options open there, letting the rated R coasts modifier tick down so that maybe possibly we can get their friendship in the future. It's not too much money over there. I mean, it's money, but it's not like insane money. We did raid Constantinople after all. We're only talking about these places here, there. So, it'll probably be okay. What about these places here? You have not been raided. Yarna. Yanya? Vanya? That's a different thing. There we go. Grab. What about these Calabrians then? No, they have been raided. I so do not like when these are on all different timers. But I mean, at least we get to... We don't have to do all our raiding at once, but we can go around and do it in individual little swoops. Maybe that's actually useful. Half price, skill 3... admin person for only 5... Well, 15 prestige. It's interesting. How relevant is inflation reduction? We're still doing it. Well, it's not useless yet. But it's not like utterly necessary. And level 3 it's good. I'm gonna take the guy. I think I'm gonna run him too. Sure, inflation is admin. Somehow. But I still think I like the extra monarch point here over some inflation reduction. Because in a very different way, inflation is only money. Well, the base effect of inflation is only increased monetary costs, which we can, you know, survive. Speaking of, anybody wants... I mean, these guys might want raiding, but how do these guys feel about being raided? Not yet. Fine. Fine! And it only costs... It does cost admin to reduce inflation, but we don't have to do that. We're not in a scary point for specific events to fire or anything, so I think we're fine here. I'm also going to want to send a person to Chatters over here. Chatters. And convert the state of Mississippi. With all that devastation, it's kind of annoying. It's unlikely... Oh, did I just click OK or did I cancel? No, I clicked OK. It's unlikely to be worth it to build forts here. And we have money, but we're not made of money, are we? But I wouldn't mind the devastation to be lower. It will lower itself over time, but it's very, very slow if you don't have a fort. What's devastation map mode? There we go. Eesh. It's actually not that bad. It's only Chatters, really. What happened to Chatters that it's so bad? Oh, there might have been migrating natives there, because they do cause a lot of devastation. Develop Aruba. Own a province in the Campeche area. That we can talk about. Or build a workshop in Camagüey. Now, Camagüey with a workshop, how would that look? It would actually be very good. So we're going to do that anyway, so this would be the easiest one to take, because we're just going to do it. We do get a free development for it. What about taking a province in the Campeche area? I assume it's in Campeche. It is. If I'm not mistaken, we already have some claims on Campeche and no truce. Is that right? Claims. No truce. And you're allied to Chichimeca, and that's it. Well now. We don't have any cores on land that we took. Does Chichimeca have any? That's not Chichimeca. Who's Chichimeca? Wait, are you subjects? We have independence guaranteed. Okay, that I don't care about. Oh, you're a Chichimeca. So you're irrelevant even. Okay, cool. So, proposal of the bourgeoisie is just free. But the reward is less valuable to me than the reward we get with the nobles. Because that 50 admin is nice. And actually the free claim on the whole Campeche area is also nice. We're looking to expand there anyway. Which place was it? It was Camagüey, which is here. The click of development would cost less than 50 admin. So even if we were just to do the apples to apples comparison here, there's slightly more we get out of the expanded Campeche agenda than we get out of the proposal of the bourgeoisie. But also I wouldn't use my admin on a click on development, probably. Almost certainly not. I have tons of coring to do, speaking of. And we'll have more coring to do when we take stuff. So really the only question here is when. I mean, I'm going to take the proposal of the nobility. Which should have given me a claim on the Campeche area, and it did. Good. The only question to me is when do we declare that war? How many cores do we wait for? Because overextension is a B. And, I mean, this is probably not very highly powered land. It is normal, it's 14 there, 12 there, 11 there, with Chichen Itza in it. It's not no development. And I would like to take a huge chunk, if not all of it. So we might give it a moment here. Ooh, Ottoman reconquest of the Commonwealth. Interesting. Kinda glad I didn't ally the Commonwealth now. I mean, I don't think the Ottomans are gonna win this. They lost the last war, if I remember correctly. Sure, the Commonwealth has fewer troops than they do. Funnily enough, exactly the same main power reserves. Main power? Yes. But the Commonwealth has friends. They're bringing the Brits. Which, who knows? Actually, Ottomans have a better tech. It's not clear. It's not clear at all. Wouldn't mind them getting stuck in a war for like a long time. Plus, well, roundabout a long time. Speaking about roundabout a long time, we should be investing, definitely building that workshop, even though we didn't get the quest. Oops, I just built one of these I didn't want to build. Which is going to be hard to remember, so I'm just going to cancel them all. Because we get all our money back, I'm just going to do it again. It's not a misclick here. There. I'm going to do the 17 Marion too, it's pretty good. That's workshops, close. Decent temple in New Orleans. Huge marketplace in New Orleans, let's get that one down. And how about these folks? That's actually very good manufacturing over there in Monique era. Let's get that one down as well. We don't have a loan to pay back, good. It's somehow in the back of my mind that we still have a loan going around, but we don't. Which is a grand. Calls coming in, as they should. It'll be a while before we can call all of this. But I think once this initial round of cores is in, we can probably consider going for that next war, right? This is 10, 20, 24-ish. Reduce overextension. I think that'll be fine. It'll be fine. Not a big fan of all these separatists around. Especially the ones in Antigua. Oh, right, because you're still freaking Catholics, aren't you? Gotta do something about those. Feudalism? Civilized peasants? Base tax or pop? I have mostly been going for the pop here. In a way, a population, or 100 pop, is a 10th of colony. If my colonies have like 4 development on average, then 100 population is only 0.4 pop added to my empire. Well, this will be 1. Could do it the other way around. What would my average have to be for this to be the same? 10, obviously, right? If you need 1,000 pop to have a colony and we get 100 extra pop, we're saving a tenth of a colony. Therefore 10 of these, yeah, if a colony was 10 development, then a tenth would be 1. And they're certainly not, right? Early on our colonies were good because we got the 3 extra development, we had good places to do, but most places are not going to give us 10. So from a pure bang for a buck perspective, the development is better. The alternative... Well, the flip side, I should say, is that there's a lot of land to take. But there's really no rush anymore, right? It's not like we need to fill the Caribbean or anything. No, I'm gonna go with the base tax. As my voice leaves me, for reasons. Period. Done in Pensacola. Wait a day, go to Appalachia. And are we telling Nanty Shaw how great we are? We do not. Why are we not doing that? Also, why are we not fabricating on these Spaniards? While we still can. I should do that manually though, I think. Bit crazy otherwise. What am I looking for here? Pananananabaribo? Or... Well, I can't do it up here, can I? Could do Cumana if I hadn't already. So it's almost certainly Panamaribo. And we will keep these claims when this becomes a colonial nation. They will just be on another nation. So yes, I think I will go... Well... Maybe wait a moment. Because we're gonna need a diplomat to declare war. And they take forever to come back from the Europeans. So... And they're not going to take half a year. So maybe this is daft. So I'm just going to wait. Going to give it a quick speed 5. Because there's really nothing going on. Well, let's go down to speed 4 and check those rebels out. Oh, you're the ones in... Yeah, you're the Caribus ones who are probably going to pop in here. Which... Well, are you actually going to pop over there? I mean, that's the most unhappy place. But I think there are other unhappy places, aren't there? Yeah, Barracuda, Camagüey, Turks Islands, everything is unhappy. This is not going to be particularly fun to check. That's 11 development here. Barracuda, Camagüey. Probably none of the islands are going to be better. 11. But maybe a place like Camagüey at 14, yeah. So the rebels might just rise up there. How many are we talking about here? 12? Trying to decide where to take our troops from to deal with this. Because everybody's kind of busy suppressing rebels, someplace or another. Like in Mississippi. You're not actually doing it. But you should. What about you? Are you still suppressing in Jamaica? I mean, at least there's some... Here you are. You're not, and you don't actually have to. So hey, we found 2,000 folks. Now interestingly, these might actually help. Let's get these over there. And let's maybe plop down another few tertios. Unfortunately not Spanish tertios. Yeah, we're looking to go up in numbers anyway, so let's do that. The idea is actually not so much to have them there to fight the rebels, although I wouldn't mind getting that done. The main idea is to suppress the unrest enough so that they don't spawn there and that we can then know where else to go. I'm wondering... Well, a few things actually. One is, do I actually go ahead and convert Jamaica right now? And I think I will. Because I hated not being Catholic. So I'm gonna go ahead and force unity here. Another, so grab that core, that's fine, was something I just considered and I already forgot again, which was what? Dang. Right, these things here. We don't need dev cost modifier right now. And I think there are other ones that are actually quite good. Let's just check the list. I think we might go for missionary strength. That's one we could consider here. Is there an unrest one? There is. Actually, probably going to look at the unrest one first. As weird as that might be. Translate those Bibles. And I wonder whether we take production efficiency and turn that... I think I turn production efficiency into missionary strength for now. Swapping these is quite easy. We don't need the money as much as we need these freaking Catholics out of our country. Catholics Knights. Who ever heard of it? What do you mean it's the baseline? Keep going. Give me that coast. And you should now be able to suppress everybody around here indeed. Puts the Caribes at only Turks Islands and Antigua. I don't think the Turks are particularly huge. No. So the rebels are probably most likely going to be in Antigua. It's only going to be 8,000 of them now, so if we send a bit of backup, we're actually going to be fine. I do like being fine. Where do we get that backup though? Maybe you. The three of them are not doing tons to suppress rebels over there anyway, so I might as well bring them over. Ooh. I hate losing stab, but I also really don't like 75 government reform progress loss. But our next thing is going to be anyway. -1 unrest is okay. 20 max absolutism is going to be quite nice. Theocratic democracy. Parliament? Not again, I don't think. Tempted by divine guidance. Free policies +1. Church and state. Neato. Yeah. Excellent. Global crusade. Great Holy Walker's belly against forced religion even on heathens. Nice. Civilize, reform, non-already paying nations may be targeted by the Great Holy War. Deals Volt idea, non-bordering nations might be targeted by the Great. Okay, we don't have Deals Volt, but still, that's kind of nice. The question is Great Holy War only going to be for enforced religion, or can I also take land? Talk land? Let's talk land. Because if it's just enforced religion, it's not what I'm here for. You for Great Holy War. Kansai Valley. Great Holy... Oops. Great Holy War. Yada 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 yada. Is it disabled? I Affected peace offers. Affected? It's not very helpful, Mr. Wiki. So there's a column there. You can't see it right now, but in the wikis there's a column for affected peace deal things, peace offers. But it doesn't say how they are affected. But if they were forbidden, it would be highlighted in red and it would say can't. Okay. So we can make them cede provinces for 75% of the cost, 75% of the aggressive expansion, and 200% prestige. And we can also do the same for forcing religion. No, it's not too shabby, you know. I wouldn't mind doing that. So what I'm saying is these reforms are kind of nice and I want them. Are they worth a stab? How much is stab these days for us? Probably a decent amount. Well, right now 260, but it's a lot of positive stab cost modifiers. I don't like it. Since stab baseline is 100, the math is actually quite simple. If we were to lose a stab, well, if we were to lose 2 stab, it would cost us still 160. It's a lot. Stab's very expensive. Rip reform progress. Hardly even Luya. Our gain might be okay, because our autonomy is not high. It's kind of good. Siding with people? Yikes! We have a lot of influence on our folks. When did that happen? Oh, I must steal their stuff too. 81 influence on both the bourgeoisie and the pastors. Now the bourgeoisie are gonna lose robber barons in 5 years. And nothing else. Well, that's a bit of an oof. What about the pastors? They're gonna lose nothing. Generally, I'm a lot less afraid of pastor influence than I am of bourgeoisie influence. Now, the bourgeoisie is already over the limit for triggering social mobility, which is... ugh. Well, what I can say is that the pastors are super loyal while the bourgeoisie are not. So I think I'm going to side with them as much as it scares me. And it does scare me. Yeah. Do I want to revoke a pastor thing while I'm at it? Religious diplomats. Doesn't really do anything, does it? I think we just needed loyalty for some reason. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop religious diplomats here. It's gonna make them less happy. But they're still quite happy. Now it's kind of more useful to give it to them. No. I'm gonna go seize land while everybody's still happy. And then I think I'm gonna side with the bourgeoisie. No, it's too scary. It's too scary. I'm gonna side with the pastors. This is fine. The unrest is very annoying. I didn't think about the unrest, did I? It is very annoying. Well, nothing we can do. Not anymore, we can't. One of the reasons the unrest is very annoying is because now we cannot as easily say that everybody's going to spawn in Antigua, which means we said they're going to spawn in Camagüey then? Probably. So actually the armies should probably be there. Get some coring in. That's gonna help slightly with unrest. Oh, we can finally start to core the rest. Good. Now my plan is to wait out these rebels. Oh, which are no longer going to spawn here because the overextension is gone. That helps. And once they are there, once they've spawned and are killed, then I want to go and attack the Campesians. Campesinos? We are sending an army over, right? Wait, wasn't I sending these 30,000 folks over to Antigua? Pretty sure I did say that. Clearly I didn't. But I'm pretty sure I did though. More fish. $10 dip in the base production or 10 admin in the base tax. Well, since Santos just went to have fish as a trade good, I'm going to take the base tax and the admin power. Might have done that anyway because we need admin power much more. But certainly with the fish. Nobody's going to pay for fish. Alright, I feel like not provoking these folks. Ooh, League War. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I don't feel like fighting an herb. He probably could. It would be fine because nobody's gonna come over. But we might be like at war with the Spaniards then or something, and that's not something I'm super into. Let's not do that. Ship you over. And let's put a cut in here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please do hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and if you have anything to say in that comment section, it's right there. Thank you for watching. See you folks next time.